Councilman DeFilippo.
Here.
Councilman Spurlock.
Here.
Councilman Smolder.
Here.
Councilwoman Marker. Here. Councilman Strider.
Here.
Councilman Lilly.
Here.
Councilman Reimer.
Here.
Councilwoman Walker. Here. Mayor Mullins.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Y'all please stand. Before we go on to the prayer, I think this is an appropriate time for me to give you a quick update. We had a tragedy in our city this evening and it involved one of our fire trucks and 3 of our firefighters, an individual driving a sedan who lost his life tonight. And we have 3 firefighters that are injured in the hospital this evening. 2 will be released this evening. 1 will be in extended stay situation, but these injuries are not life-threatening. But we did have an individual lose their life today, and so before we go to the prayer, I'd like for you to take just a couple minutes to have a moment of silence for that family and for our firefighters and pray for their speedy recovery. Thank you all. Councilman Reimer, if you lead us in a word of prayer, please.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this time together here this evening. We thank you, dear God, for each one's here. Thank you for our visitors, dear God, and our hearts are heavy tonight, dear God, and we ask that you watch over the firemen, their families, the family that lost one. Comfort them, dear God, that only you can. These things we ask in your name, and amen.
Thank you, Councilman. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mark.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. That wasn't on top of my list, but thank you. Okay, I need a motion to approve the minutes of previous meeting, please. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion passes. City's monthly financial statement. Councilman?
So accept as
Receive and
submitted.
file. There we go. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Walker. Any discussion on that? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion passes. Thank you all. Petitions, communications, and public hearings. Item A is to open the floor for a public hearing regarding the authorization and financing of real property at 60 McCorkle Avenue through bonds. So at this time, we'll open the floor for any public comment on this particular subject of the bonds issuance. So is there anybody in the audience who wants to make a comment on this issue? Anybody at all? Okay, thank you all very much. So at this time, we'll close the public hearing and move on to item B. If you'd read the title, please, Margie.
An ordinance authorizing the financing of the construction, improvement, development, and equipping of real property located at 60 McCorkle Avenue, South Charleston, West Virginia, for the City of South Charleston through the issuance by the South Charleston Municipal Building Commission, the Building Commission, of one or more series of its lease revenue bonds, South Charleston Park Place Project, Series 2023, in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $8 million, authorizing the City of South Charleston to enter into a supplemental contract of lease purchase with the Building Commission, designating the bonds as bank qualified, authorizing the execution and delivery of other documents, instruments, agreement, and certificates, and authorizing the taking of all other actions related to the foregoing.
Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Who was that? Adam? Sorry, Councilman Strider did the second. Before we vote, I think there's an important comment to make. Rick and I talked about today to clarify. This is our final issuance as far as finishing the project, right, Rick? Yes. And there'll be some more later for other public improvement projects, but this is the light at the end of the tunnel, right, Joe? This is the light at the end of the tunnel. So it's an exciting time for me anyway. I hope it's exciting for you guys as well. But anyway, okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any questions or comments of this one? I assume it's a roll call vote, correct?
Yes.
Yes, roll call vote, please, Margie.
Councilman DeFilippo.
Yes.
Councilman Spurlock.
Yes.
Councilman Smolder.
Yes.
Councilwoman Marker.
Yes.
Councilman Strider.
Yes.
Councilman Lilly.
Yes.
Councilman Reimer.
Yes.
Councilwoman Walker.
Yes.
And Mayor Mullins.
Yes.
That is unanimous vote.
And I'm sorry, Joe and Kelly, my mind's a little bit off crazy things right now. Did y'all have any comments on this? Okay, I apologize. I'm in another world right now, so. Okay. Where are we at? Item C, Margie?
Yes,
If you'd
sir.
read the resolution, please.
Resolution providing as to the acceptance of the bid, as to the principal amounts, date, maturity date, interest rate, payment schedule, sale price, and other terms for the South Charleston Municipal Building Commission lease revenue bonds, South Charleston Park Place project, Series 2023A and Series 2023B taxable, and making other provisions as to the bonds.
Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Lilly. This is a roll call vote as well, I assume? Yeah, roll call vote, please, Margie.
Councilman DeFlippo.
Yes.
Councilman Spurlock.
Yes.
Councilman Smolder.
Yes.
Councilwoman Marker.
Yes.
Councilman Strider.
Yes.
Councilman Lilly.
Yes.
Councilman Reimer.
Yes.
Councilwoman Walker.
Yes.
And Mayor Hollins.
Yes.
That is unanimous vote.
Thank you, Margie. Thank you all. Item D is to recognize Kim Williams, principal of South Charleston High School. Kim, you'll come to the microphone. The floor is yours.
Oh,
Or the
okay.
podium. There's no microphone. You come to the podium anyway.
Okay. I'll get there.
I don't know where the microphone's at, but,
Microphone's here, but we don't have a stand in it.
oh, okay. I think we can hear.
Thank you.
I got to work on it.
I'll just meet you, Margie.
Good evening, council and citizens of South Charleston. I just wanted to bring something to your attention. Number one, I'm not here to ask for any money. Matter of fact, I'm here to tell you what I've been charged with at South Charleston High School. I received the email as the principal of South Charleston High School. There's a building on the property of the football field, and it's up to the principal to raise $500,000 and finish it. Now, I have a hard time with that since Kanawha County Schools owns that building, but you know what? It's all about the kids. It's about having a good facility for the students, and I'm going to accept the challenge they gave me along with Mr. Johnson. He's going to help us as well. I just want to thank the city of South Charleston for all that they've done. There's a project background on how you all built the walls, and they're there ready to go. Our vision, what we still need to complete. And then we are starting a fundraising campaign that will be public. People may donate. We'll have a QR code, an actual website that people can hit and send in donations or what have you. We've also gone and we talked with Dunbar City Council on Tuesday night to keep them in the loop, because our goal is to keep students in South Charleston. We are up about 71 from the end of last year, which is a good sign. And with this transfer portal, it's gone crazy. We have lost some student athletes. So we want to make it very attractive for people to want to come and stay at South Charleston High School. With that said, that's why we want to finish this. We want to keep you in the loop. But we came to thank you for what you've really done already, and thanks so much. So just if you hear people talking about this, that's what it is. But we want to finish the project. Any questions?
We want to finish it too. It's been going on for many, many years. For those of you who don't know, Kim's referencing the facility building at the high school that will house a locker room for visiting and home team officials. I think upstairs was some sky boxes or something was part of the plan. It was born under Mike Arbogast's administration there at school. We've done all the construction on the building, although basically all it is a shell with some walls up right now and some plumbing in place. And so we've made a significant contribution from a labor standpoint and a material standpoint to this tour. And I would say to you, Kim, that we are still particularly committed from a labor standpoint. We'd be happy to help get this thing done. We want our kids to have the best experience they can have while they're in high school, and that's one of the ways they can do it. So we're always committed to help you.
We appreciate that. With that said, we'll be able to maybe move forward and maybe build soccer locker rooms and things like that, house all of our sports, and give everybody the same opportunity.
I noticed Gerald didn't have his camera on, so I didn't see his facial expression when I just committed him to some work.
He just does what you say. With that said, on behalf of South Charleston High School, the students and staff, we'd like to offer the prayers for the firefighters and your city as well. I know it's a tough evening, and I know there was a life lost, so we will be definitely tomorrow morning we'll have a prayer session at school.
Thank you so much.
So thank you all
Much
for your
appreciated.
time. Appreciate y'all. Come up anytime. It's a great day to be a Black youth.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
Okay, item E, if you'd read the proclamation, please, Margie.
This is a proclamation for the West Virginia Association of Retired School Employees, and it's for Employees Week. Whereas WVARSE is the only retiree organization that represents all levels of retirees from the West Virginia educational system, and whereas WVARSE achieving member benefits assures that all state employees receive the same benefits, and whereas WVARSE has a unified voice in working with state legislative goals, and whereas WVARSE lobbied to raise the minimum monthly pension from $750 to $1,000, and whereas WVARSE worked with AARP to have the cap on insulin copays set at $35 a month. And whereas WVARSE addressed the concern of PEIA reimbursement of hospitals, now at 110% of what Medicare pays. And whereas WVARSE offers interesting, informative community programs through county units. And whereas WVARSE coordinates with ABMA to offer insurance benefits to retired employees. And whereas WVARSE supports Humana during PEIA processes, helping to maintain costs to members. And whereas WVARSE members contributed 1,189,274 volunteer hours, or $36,867.49, working with youth as well as other services throughout the entire state. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Frank A. Mullins Jr., Mayor of the City of South Charleston, do proclaim September the 24th through the 30th as West Virginia Association of Retired School Employees Week. I encourage all education system members to take advantage of the resources from the West Virginia Association of Retired School Employees and to celebrate the West Virginia Association of Retired School Employees Week.
Is there a motion to approve this proclamation, please?
Good job, Mike.
Is there a second? Second by Councilman Reimer. You know, I think if you listen to the proclamation, what was amazing about it, it was brought to my attention, it said, when I put this on the agenda, and I thought, well, as I read it, because I wasn't even familiar with this group, I thought, why wouldn't I put it on the agenda for one? But then the bottom line, over 1 million hours of volunteer time for our kids, that's absolutely amazing. They're absolutely to be applauded for that. Thank you all so much for what you do. Okay. So we have a motion and a second to approve the proclamation. Is there any more comments or questions? All in favor of approving, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Proclamation passes. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
And if you need a copy of it, I can sign it this evening and we can have it to you. Okay, all right. Okay. We're going to go straight to consideration of any bids.
One this evening, sir. Salt spreaders and plows, Public Works Department. The Finance Committee of the South Charleston City Council has met and considered the following bid, which was advertised in accordance with the South Charleston City Charter and ordinances, and after careful consideration, it is the recommendation of the Finance Committee to award the following bids. To Baker Equipment for 2 snow packages for 2022 Kenworth T370s for $46,624.00. All items are within the budget amounts for these purchases and will be paid for from the fiscal year 2024 budgeted city general funds for the Public Works Department. This is a motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Walker. Any discussion on this? Roll call vote, please.
Councilman DeFilippo.
Yes.
Councilman Spurlock.
Yes.
Councilman Smolder.
Yes.
Councilwoman Marker. Yes. Councilman Strider.
Yes.
Councilman Lilly.
Yes.
Councilman Reimer.
Yes.
Councilwoman Walker.
Yes.
And Mayor Mullins.
Yes.
That is a unanimous vote.
Anything else, Dave?
That's it, sir.
Okay, thank you. Report of the department heads. Department heads, anybody got anything? Anybody? Questions for department heads?
I just want to say thank you to Chief Reinhardt. We're having a lot of people on Riverside Drive are upset because of the traffic on Riverside from Corkle Avenue, and
I can imagine.
they're not being very understanding, and Chief's put up with me, and I want to say thank you.
They're spreading out because I got 6 emails today.
I'm getting probably 2 phone calls an hour.
Light at the end of the tunnel on that one too.
Yes, thank you. I want to say thank you very
How
much.
long do they have to, Steve? It's getting close, right? Yeah, the finish.
The whole project.
No. Just so people won't want to go around Riverside to get around.
Paving is tonight.
Amen.
It'll finish tonight, they'll stripe it tomorrow morning with temporary striping, and paving will be done.
All right, we'll be sitting in our front yards popping champagne.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Anybody else have anything at all? Obviously, Chief
Mayor.
White is busy.
I want to give Margie a shout out for arts and crafts.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It really
Big-
went, it really
Yeah, a
went
lot of
well.
crafters.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Kent. Yeah, I think we really had a good one this year. We had the entertainment I thought was nice for what we had for the festival. We had the University of Charleston band, dance team, and choir intercepting with the River City Youth Ballet. Now, you put all that together and think about the youth ballet with the band and, you know, but it just worked.
Good.
It just worked. The last thing we had today was the Charleston Metro Band. So I'm just really happy. Next year is our 45th wedding, 45th Mound Arts and Crafts anniversary. And I think we're gonna have a good one. We're gonna plan some really, I'm gonna get all you guys up there to do a little thing.
And no rain.
Oh,
Yeah.
and
No rain.
Yeah,
That's-
It wasn't great. It
We
was-
ordered it,
it was
yeah.
very nice. It
That's
really
wonderful.
was. Thank you very much, and I wanna thank the department heads that helped us and you, Mayor.
Sure.
That the city and your council people and department heads help make that they really do. So, you know, without you all, we probably wouldn't have as nice a one as we did. So this year we really did, so thank you all so much.
Indeed. While we're on that topic, before we close, I don't know if I mentioned this or not. Maybe I didn't. If I did, I'm repeating myself. I apologize. But Summerfest, I do want to shout out to Dave and Bob because they did a great job with the car show. I think you had 176 cars, I think it was, or something like that, which is one of our largest ones. So these guys do a lot of work on that, and so we appreciate that. And so, you know, it's not going to do anything to get bigger. Yeah, absolutely. So I appreciate you guys doing that. And one last thing before you adjourn, I want to finalize this just by saying when I left the room today before council, Chief White had called me and he was at the hospital. So I want to just give you that last update that we have 2 that will be released tonight. We have 1 that's in surgery now. That will be a little bit of extended stay. And then again, obviously our thoughts and prayers with the family who lost a member of their family tonight. So but think about our firefighters. Hopefully we'll get through it. Yeah, we'll get through it. So anyway. We'll keep you posted. Chief, and thank you for your guys too. Obviously, you guys are Johnny on the spot and helping out. You kept me in the loop, so I appreciate what you guys are doing as well. Our first responders are just great people. It's just a tragedy that happened tonight, but they're great people on both sides. So anyway, okay. Anybody else? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? We adjourn.